Here's one. It says, would you rather live in Harry Potter's world or live the life of fame and wealth?
Would I be a muggle or a wizard
See,
in Harry
that's what I
Potter's
was
world?
thinking. It
That's
totally depends.
necessary information. Like
Hmm.
I would be okay with being like a mudblood. But if I was just a person in Harry Potter's world, I feel like that would be so depressing.
Yes, I would not like that.
So those are my feelings on that situation. If I get to be a wizard, but I don't really want to be famous either. Like at all. Like being on a TV show was not a good experience for me. Like I'm a very private person. I only went on that show to try to win money for my dad, and like I don't like people I don't know like speculating on my life. I can't imagine being famous to the point of like paparazzi. I would be one of those people that people thought was a bitch because she like flipped off paparazzi and like covered her face. Like I don't want people taking pictures
I
of
don't think I
me.
could handle that because I'm just so introverted and socially inept
I
that
that's what I'm saying. Like I don't think I don't think I'm famous. Like let
I
me just
can't handle
put that out
those.
there. But the little tiny dose of quote unquote fame that I got, I did not enjoy. I like get overwhelmed. Like Sarah can attest to this. I get overwhelmed at BlizzCon just from like
Oh, yeah.
meeting so many people. It's not that I don't want to meet them. Like
We're
don't get
just
that twisted. It's just a lot of I
socialness.
I'm not like used to being. It's weird because I tend to accidentally be the center of attention, but like I don't mean to be. I don't ever like strive to be. I can't. It's weird because I'm a YouTuber, but like I feel like you need to keep in mind that I'm sitting in a room by myself.
Yeah, it's completely different.
It's not the same as like actually talking to a group of people. Like I don't know, and I can do public speaking and stuff because I'm not shy. I'm introverted. There's a difference. Like I'm not like afraid of people. I just would rather not.
Yeah. I would
We
rather
are.
sit in my house
Have you seen a
and
fucking
be by
harpy? They're
myself.
supposed to be harpies. Oh, they're dead. All
Oh,
right,
somebody
let's see if we
killed
can
them.
go somewhere else to kill them. Yeah, I would definitely just rather be in my house. Like even when like we went to England, like we were there like 2 days, and I was like, I love this, but like I want to be home. Like I just
kind of, yeah.
I just like my own bed and my own house and food from my cupboards. Like I don't know, I'm just not. I don't know.
What was your
Weird.
favorite part about England?
That's hard. My favorite part about England was probably the history. Like things were so old. Like we stayed in Cambridge, and there were buildings that were literally built in like the college that we visited was founded in 1100.
Yeah, the buildings are so
11
beautiful.
1100. Like what? Like this was a university where they taught that the earth was flat. That's how old it is. Like and that's what I like the most about it, because I definitely appreciate old architecture. Like Nick and I are buying a house soon. Well, it's weird, like another house, but that's kind of a whole nother confusing, complicated situation. But like this house that we live in now is actually a rental property, and we're going to be using it as an income property. So I'm going to be someone's landlord.
Oh, yeah.
Pay me rent. So we're like buying like a house actually for ourselves this time, and like I'm not even interested in a house if it was built prior to like I don't know, like 1940. Like would be about the latest I would want a house to be built. I would definitely prefer something in the early 1900s. Like 1900, like there's a couple that I'm looking at that were built in like 1880, which is crazy because that's not even old by England standards. Like by
Yeah.
American standards, you're like, holy crap, that's an old house. But like
not England.
in England, the streets are lined with buildings that were built in like 1400.
And they're all so beautiful.
And they're
Right.
so pretty. It's crazy too because even like the windows, you can tell are like 100 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Like in America, even if you buy a house that was built in 1880, I promise you, it's been re-insulated.
Yeah, it's probably remodeled.
It's probably remodeled. It's definitely got new windows. You couldn't have windows like that. You'd freeze. Like
Yeah.
So I don't know. I really, really liked the architecture and like the history. I loved the food too.
Did you
like,
go to any churches, like cathedrals or anything?
Yeah, we went to the King's College Chapel.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was gorgeous. We also went to the Fitzwilliam Museum, which was like several hundred years old.
Did you have fish and chips?
I had fish and chips like 14 times.
Because that's delicious.
I know. It's funny because at another pub I got macaroni and cheese, and the woman that like was kind of like, I don't want to say hosting us because that's the wrong word, but she had set up the business trip for us.
Yeah.
She said that it was really weird that I liked the macaroni and cheese because that's like an American dish that they make. Like it's not something that typically English people would eat.
Oh,
But
really?
it was like the best mother effing macaroni and cheese of my life. Like, Nick was offended because Nick makes homemade macaroni and cheese. And I was like, Nick, I'll give you title of best macaroni and cheese, like, NA. But, like, this is best macaroni and cheese EU. It was so, so, so good. I just loved Cambridge. I just loved how everything was just so freaking nice. Like, I don't even have, like, another word for it. Literally, everything was just so nice.
I want to visit Cambridge one day. I stayed in London mostly
We didn't
when I went.
go to London. Like, we were going to, but the only day we would have been able to go was a Saturday, and it was actually the Saturday of London Comic Con.
Oh, wow.
So, like, you know me, I'm not really big on crowds and stuff, and, like, we wanted to go to see London-y things, not to go to Comic Con. So, like, it just wasn't, we would have had to take, like, an hour train into London, and then we would have had to do all the touristy stuff on a Saturday when there's a ton of tourists already, because it's a Saturday, but then on top of it, it's London Comic Con, so it's going to be even busier than usual. And so I felt bad because Nick definitely would have gone if it weren't for me, but I like could not. And by that time we had been, because you walk everywhere when you're in places like England. I was so because I was
my legs were like jello.
Yeah, I like couldn't even walk. Like I was not useful in the like body department at all.
In the bodies department.
So tired and like miserable, and it wasn't happening. It just wasn't. I like how your corgi gives away your location, like such stealth rogue.
So stealth.
All right. Yeah, so I don't know. It was really fun, though. I would definitely love to go back. The whole time I was there, I kept just thinking, like, how much my grandmother would have loved it.
Aww.
I, like, wish she, like, could have gone. It's so random, I know, but, like, that just seemed like something my grandma would have appreciated the architecture a lot. Like, my aunt, her husband, well, I guess that would be my uncle. I'm sorry, that was a weird way to word that. My grandmother's daughter is married, so it's like my uncle was in the military for a long time, and he was stationed in England, not for too long, maybe like a year and a half. And my grandma was planning on going to see her in England because she had always wanted to go to England. And my grandfather, I mean, I would like to preface this, my grandfather was like the best guy. Like, I'm not like hating on my grandfather at all, but he was definitely from a different time, and he like didn't want my grandmother like traveling internationally alone, so like he wouldn't like let her go.
Aww.
Yeah, which like these days that's kind of like a really, but I mean, you're talking about this was in like probably the 80s, and like my grandpa was born in the 30s, so like I just think it was a different mindset, a different time. So my grandma like never got to go. But it's so expensive. Like, I wish I could, like, pay for her to go. Like, I wish I could go with her and, like, have that trip. But, like, I don't even, like, I could have, the only reason I even got to go to England was because it was paid for by someone else. Like, I couldn't afford that. Like, plane tickets are, like, $1,500.
So expensive.
Each. And then, like, you have to pay for, like, hotels. And, like, we stayed in a really nice room. Like, we stayed in, like, an apartment.
Oh, my gosh.
While we were there.
I'm so kinds of jealous.
Yeah, I was shocked when we like walked in because they even had like food in the cupboards and stuff for us.
What the fuck are we doing? I'm sorry.
We're trying to loot something off of these harpies that's called a horn of something.
Oh, okay. I'm like
a horn of hate talon. That's what we're doing.
I was so confused. I'm like,
yeah,
what?
I'm sorry. That's what we're doing. So we're just killing harpies looking for a horn. I'm gonna get rid of all my Deathless.
I got something off of this guy.
Ooh. All right, stay there. I'll come to you.
Not a horn.
Oh, well,
it's the distress beacon.
Oh, the friggin' chicken thing? Oh my god, we're doing that.
Okay.
Oh my god, we're doing this. You get a friggin', okay, number one, you get like one of the best transmog items in the game for doing this quest.
Okay.
I'm not kidding. It's a really short black cape. It only comes to like, okay, if you're looking at your troll from the back, it comes to like just below your shoulders.
What? Really?
It's called the chain link towel. It's like one of my favorite transmog items in the game. I don't know if you get it from this one. There's 3 of these quests total.
Oh.
But we're doing them. Make sure you accept that quest. I'm just dropping my Deathless quest so that it stops. Like, I'm abandoning all my green quests so that they stop showing up.
Let me go look in mine.
Southern Barrens. I have so many.
I think I already did.
Do-do-do-do. Do-do-do. Okay. Yeah, I think you did it last time. I remember us having this discussion.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Still looking for friggin'...
Uh-oh. Alliance.
Alliance.
I say it quietly like they can hear me.
Hold on, I'm gonna slash touch him. Slash touch. Oh, that's not a thing. Slash poke. Slash pet. Slash lick. Slash soothe. Soothe. Slash sexual. Slash fart.
Slash
Okay.
fart. He's
There's
like,
a lot of mature
no.
things going on over here. Okay, we're going this way. It says that we have to get a dark heart from over here.
Okay.
Who do you think you are to run around leaving scars with your jar of hearts? I don't really think that's how that song goes, but
No?
it might. I have a bad habit of not being in moon conform.
Oh,
You know what the
whoops.
problem is? Is
What?
that, like, I don't really need to be in moon conform at this level because I'm, like, crazy OP.
Yes.
So I, like, forget that that's a thing.
You're all kinds of crazy.
Such
Oh,
cray.
thing.
Oh, this guy's totally gonna tag the bitch we need.
How'd
Oh,
he get
he's
the
like
heart already? Seriously?
Oh, do we need the heart to summon her? Son of a bitch. We have to go kill more harpies. Are we doing something wrong? Why are we not getting this?
I'm confused because we've killed a bunch.
We have killed so many, and I've been looting them all, too.
Me too.
You've been looting them, right?
Is it in my inventory and I'm just unaware
God.
of it?
Yes, son of a bitch.
Cool.
Friggity crap.
We're good.
Friggity crap. That's a word now.
Okay, here's another would you rather.
Okay.
Would you rather be able to fly or read minds?
Fly. I do not want to know what people are thinking.
Could you imagine that?
It'd be awful.
Terrible.
Do you know how many gross thoughts I have in a day? Like, I'm not kidding. Like, I think disgusting things. I'm not talking, like, sexual disgusting, so audience, don't get excited. I'm talking about, like, violent shits. Like, I have this weird habit. I think it was something that I learned when I was a kid as, like, a coping mechanism, where, like, when I meet someone and I'm, like, intimidated by them, I just picture them having, like, horrific diarrhea. Because, like, you can't... How can you possibly be intimidated by like somebody who's like struggling through lava poos?
Flaming poo.
Yeah, so like that thought crosses my mind a lot. And like also if I'm like in Walmart and I see two people with a kid and they're both like, ugh, I like immediately picture them doing it. I can't.
Oh no.
But like it's not it's like, oh, they're doing it. That's so sexual. When I think about this, I touch myself. Like no, I'm like. Stop it.
Get out of my head. But there's so many thoughts that I think people don't even realize that they have too. And like if you could read people's
Sometimes
minds.
you like think about like killing people, like you wouldn't really kill them.
Yeah.
Like, it's not that you're really like considering murderizing them, but the amount of times I envision myself like hurting someone because they're so annoying that I'm just like in my mind as like a soothing myself mechanism, I like think about punching them in the throat.
You know, maybe a punch in the throat, that's all.
And I consider myself like a nice person and I have these thoughts. Like can you imagine like accidentally hearing the thoughts of like a pedophile or like an animal torturer or
like,
a vegan?
Okay. Imagine if you're talking to someone and they say something that slightly makes you angry, but not enough to like say anything mean to them.
And then you got to hear what they were really thinking.
Yes. Be like, you fucking bitch. But the person wouldn't actually say that to you.
Because they're polite?
Yes. So you would hear them say that and you'd be like,
oh, and you just be like,
you.
Yeah. It's kind of like, did you ever watch True Blood?
Kind of.
Sookie Stackhouse could like read people's minds and it like literally drove her insane. That's why she liked vampires, because she couldn't read vampires' minds.
Uh-huh.
And she would hear people and they'd say like horrible things about her and like then she like couldn't.
Do we need this? It's red.
What? What's
That's
red?
right. This guy right here. Sorry.
It's red. Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's all up in my face. Sorry, continue.
No, that was pretty much it, is that like she could read minds and it was not, I can't imagine that being a blessing in any way, shape, or form.
I would rather fly as well.
Plus flying, hello. Hello.
Hello, free form of transportation.
Oh, but it'd be cold, I think. Like, I feel like it's cold up in the air.
Super cold.
Such cold.
Such cold.